inside Marquette basketball on Bally Sports Wisconsin. Before Marquette's 75-64 win over Xavier, the M Club inducted its 2022 Hall of Fame class, which included former head coach Tom Crean and Dominic James, who is the 5th leading scorer in program history and 9th all-time in wins with 94.
This is where I grew up. This is where I became a man and developed some lifelong relationships that transcend the game of basketball.
He was the leader of our team. Me, him, and Wes all shared a very special bond. A lot of people don't know that, but that's kind of from coaches doing as well, man. He put us guys together and helped us start building our relationship a year before we ever touched or stepped foot on campus. And so by the time we all got here, we were clicking on all cylinders, and the rest of it is history. Without him, there is no Three Amigos. Without him, there's no carry on after the 2003 Final Four team, going on to carrying us on into the next chapter, which is the Big East.
The ultimate competitor, always wanting to win, always giving everything he got, but also the love he had for us as teammates. It's a brotherhood here. Like, some of my best friends in life were my teammates here at Marquette, and he just instilled that in his teammates and his brothers, and preaching brotherhood. If you see now, he's giving guys the biggest hugs, telling guys he loves them, because he does, and he meant it.
This award has brought me back into the presence of you all, loved ones, people who I care about greatly.
You just mentioned Travis Diener. You mentioned Rob Jackson. I didn't play with either one of those guys, but those are my big brothers. So I say that to say it's like family. It goes beyond basketball. So of course they're your teammates, but we're brothers. We're brothers, and that's for life. And it's just awesome to be back around those guys. And that's the great thing about basketball. You develop bonds, you develop relationships that will last a lifetime.
Crean coached James and 5 of the other top 10 scorers in program history. He led Marquette to the 2003 Final Four and bridged the program's transition from Conference USA into the Big East.
As a kid sitting back in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, watching the national championship game when Al McGuire's in Atlanta, and he wins that championship. And I don't know much about basketball, but I know there are a couple memories in my life that absolutely hooked me on this game, and that was one. And all through my life, right, being a teenager, being a young coach, being an aspiring head coach, Marquette was always at the pinnacle.
I live on this every day. I live with the memories of my players and the team, and you just invoke your experiences into your present day, no matter what. And that's what it's so much about. And I know that we had such an incredible thing here because of the way our players were and how much I love those guys.
He poured everything into me, and I feel like I gave everything I had to him. To be honest, he's the reason why I came to Marquette. He did a heck of a job recruiting me, and he's somebody who I wanted to play for.
Well, he taught me how to be life after basketball. He taught me how to be a great man. I was a young father, and so he taught me how to care for my kids, and a lot of things that he taught me off the court, now I'm able to apply that in my life now. So I'm just forever grateful, for him just kind of, loving on me and not only just teaching me basketball, but teaching me how to be, successful, after basketball.
Like you said, he set you up for life to be a man. If you can learn through basketball the life lessons that he's teaching, you'll be a great person in life. You'll be a great father. You'll be a great husband, which I'm fortunate enough to say that I am now. And I wouldn't be the person I am today without Coach Crean and his teachings and his philosophies and just the things he instilled in us as players and as young men.
You know what happens when you're with you lose sight sometimes of how everything you do is impressionable to young people, and no matter what, good and bad. And you better honor what you do. You better honor it every day, because those are the things that are going to drive them with their own children.
The trip gave James, who recently retired from pro basketball and lives in Tennessee, his first in-person look at this season's team.
I got a chance to watch them practice yesterday, and they were getting after it. It feels like Shaka's done an amazing job of getting this team bought in. And I believe that they're starting to gain confidence and really understand what they can accomplish this year. I think they can go really far.
Crean, in his 4th season as Georgia's head coach, experienced the game day atmosphere at Fiserv Forum for the first time.
This got to the place where people were coming in from other universities to study what we were doing, right? and we were just taking things, taking ideas, creating ideas, throwing things against the wall. Let's see if it works, and all of a sudden there it was.
Inside Marquette basketball on Bally Sports Wisconsin.